on the show. Welcome to Double9's Radio. How are you doing today?
Hi, good evening.
Fantastic. I'm well. How you doing? How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Oh my gosh, she's going to ask me how I'm doing. I'm super excited. I'm amazing. I am super bubbly. I am super energetic and super duper to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited for tonight. I've been nervous.
No, you can't be nervous. I'm the one that's always nervous. You know, because we got a superstar on the show this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Double9's a bit excited today. I'm so super excited. Do you know what I mean? You know, but welcome to the show.
Yeah, I am too.
You are.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm sure my listeners are wondering, who's this amazing lady with an angelic laugh and voice here on Double9 Radio that's making Double9 so excited, and he can't even focus or know how to conduct himself. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? What can I say? I've got an amazing guest on the show. So tell us, who do we have on the show this evening?
My name is Wendy Abdul. Cause I am an ex-beauty queen, Miss Ideal Nigeria 2020. I am a model, also based in Dubai. I'm a realtor, and I am a new mom.
Wow.
And a mental health advocate.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see why I'm nervous now? You see why I'm shaking my boots now? Look at all that. She just listed that out there. You know what I mean? Amazing beauty queen. She says she's an ex-beauty queen. No, I disagree. She's still a beauty queen to me. She's Miss Ideal Nigeria as well. She's an advocate for mental health. She's a mom and she's a realtor. Mate, she's got loads of things that she's doing. Welcome to the show, Wendy. It's amazing to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic. So, I mean, if anyone was to ask you the question, who is Wendy? What would you say?
Wendy is an amazing person. I would say Wendy is a very, how do I put it? Wendy is everything. Wendy is a woman, a young lady that went from nothing, built herself up, and brought herself to the level she is right now. Wendy is someone that cares for the society and the young girls. Wendy is an advocate for mental health. Wendy loves to be friendly. Wendy loves to be everywhere. Wendy loves to talk about the social things in the society. Wendy is everything, I would say.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you again, look at that. Wendy's everything. She's a model. She's an advocate for mental health. And she loves to have fun as well. And she loves to give back to society. Amazing, Wendy. Welcome to the show again. It's amazing to have you here on Double9 Radio.
Thank you.
Okay, I mean, you've listed quite a number of things you do as well, which we'll get into as well. You know, but I want to know, what inspires Wendy as a person? What's that inspiration that keeps Wendy going and getting up every morning?
What inspires me is being myself in the first place, not following trends, not doing what everyone likes to do. I always say to myself, I love to be different. I dare to be different. What inspires me is the fact that I know that waking up every morning, I am doing something. I am giving back to the society. I am sharing my own, how do I put it? I'm giving back to the people that need it. And for me, I do not put down anyone. I do not think less of anyone. I believe everyone is welcome into the Wendy's world. And sometimes my husband, I'm sorry to bring my husband up. My husband says, Wendy, the world does not revolve around you. But, sometimes it has to be about Wendy.
Of course.
Self-love is something I grew up upon because growing up, I really battled with bullying, and a lot of people, yes, and a lot of people did bully me, so I took it up and decided to love upon me. And recently, I think my family is my biggest inspiration. Just being a new mom, this journey is not easy, but I think this is the greatest inspiration right now for me.
Amazing. I love that. You talk about giving back to society. You talk about being around for people, and also you mentioned self-love, and also being a mother, which is another chapter of your life, which can be quite challenging as well. we'll get into that. But I want to talk about, a bit about your career as a model, and as a beauty queen as well. I mean, I've always wondered
Yeah.
how do you become a model? How do you become a beauty queen? Do you just, did Wendy just wake up one day because she's so beautiful and say, you know what, I'm going to be a model today. I'm going to be the queen that's going to represent Nigeria today. I mean, I always wondered because I've seen this lovely women on TV or been at the pageants as well. I always wondered, what is the
Yeah.
path? How do you become a model? Take us through that journey of how you became a model and how it all started.
Firstly, I'm gonna say that I do not like competitions. I just don't like being in competition. And I've always dread being in pageants and all of those stuff because I felt like, oh, I'm too skinny for pageants. They need super extra beautiful ladies and all of that. But my journey as a model started right back in Nigeria. I think at the age of 16, I always go for auditions. I even went to a modeling academy where I got trained, and it's called the Larry Walker Modeling Academy in 2014. And I went there. I did a few shows in Lagos before I came to Dubai. And I came to Dubai. I came on a visa. I was like, oh my God, I love the country. Maybe I can stay and try,
Yeah.
And I did stay, and I decided to go further and into this modeling. And afterwards, I was like, you know what? I want something bigger for myself. I want to go further. What can I do? What can I give back to myself to put me on a high pedestal? And I was like, I'm not really a big fan of pageants, but let me give it a try.
Amazing.
What's the worst that can happen? So I decided to contest for Miss Ideal Nigeria 2020, and it was amazing. I didn't even believe that I could win.
Wow.
I didn't believe I could win. I went in with the mindset that, because that's me. I always go with the mindset of, you know what? Not everything in life is a failure. The
Yes.
moment you set your mind towards something, even though you set your mind towards it that I want to win, when you don't win, it's still a lesson to take home. The
Of course.
experience is still a
Yes.
lesson.
Yeah.
So my mindset was, I'm just going to do this and have it in record that I participated in this, to give myself a thumbs up, like, yes, I did this in my life. So, and it so happened that I won. And after I won, I contested and I won, and I represented Nigeria at the top model of the world in Egypt last year.
Oh,
and
wow.
I didn't win, but it was a great experience. It was a great experience. I
Amazing.
really enjoyed it. It was an eye opener for me. Yeah.
Amazing. That's quite remarkable. It's quite amazing that you started modeling from 16 years old, or 14 years old. You mentioned actually, and you went into a training school as well. But at the start of these our conversation, you alluded to the fact of you came from nothing and you're able to achieve so much. I mean, do you want to shed a bit of light on that? I'm a bit curious. When you say you started from nothing and you got here. I mean, it seems like the bit of challenges you faced growing up, because you talked about bullying as well. I mean, it would be good to know about that.
Yes, I I did a whole lot of things growing up. I sold, I talked, I anything you can think about just to hustle. Sold in Lagos traffic. I didn't know the path I wanted. I knew I was born for a purpose. I always told myself back then, but I just didn't know what it was. I really did love fashion because I went to College of Technology, Yaba College of Technology. I studied industrial design and fashion. So before then, I always hawk, I always sell things, I always make clothes for people. I was just jack of all trades, you know what I mean? I was just doing everything. So,
Wow.
So coming up before then, I was a bit bullied because I was really skinny, and people didn't understand the kind of thing I want to do. In Africa, they'd be like, oh, you should add on weight, you're too skinny, to the point, even my classmates back then, they would tell me, oh, you're not like up to standard like the other girls in the class, just mild talk, and words hurt.
Yeah.
So they always say all these things, and I know it's for fun and for joke, but those things I held on to it, and it really hurt me then. So,
Amazing.
and it was what stuck to my head that made me think that I wasn't good enough to
Right.
contest for a beauty pageant or something. So, and all of those stuff, I hustled, I worked, I sold, I did all sorts of things, just to survive, just to keep moving.
Amazing.
And then I told myself that, we all have a backstory. Now, seeing where I am now,
Yeah.
I do tell myself, I said, I understand the story of my life. I
Yeah.
had to go through all those things for me to be able to be where I am now. And I know that where I am now, the future me that is to come is also attached to the past me. So they're attached together for me to get to where I will be in the future. So every step in a man's life is a story, and it's also a journey. You need to understand who you are and what you are. Now I know what my purpose is.
Amazing.
I know what my purpose is, and it is to go forth in life and help others and put myself out there for others to learn from my journey.
Mate, Wendy, you couldn't have said it any better. I picked out a phrase
Yes.
you mentioned that every step in a man's life is his story. I think that's quite remarkable.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, do tend to give up, when they go through a bit of challenges in life.
I've had days.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone has those days. But the thing was, something propelled you to think to yourself, you know what, I have a purpose. I want to achieve that purpose. I want to push myself as much as I can to achieve, something great for my life. And look at it today. You went into a pageant not thinking you're going to win, and you won. That's quite remarkable. A lot of people will possibly have given up and never even reached that point in that life where they can look back and celebrate and say, you know what, I've done it. And you've done another milestone again, which you are a mother as well. Congratulations on that as well. But there's this other thing you do, which I think is quite remarkable as well. You dedicated yourself, to promote mental health amongst women. But why amongst women? Why did you decide to shine a light on mental health?
It's not only amongst women.
Okay.
It's not only amongst women. It's also among men, especially the young boy, because they say catch them young. A lot of young boys are going through a whole lot because the society tells them, oh, you're a man, you shouldn't cry. You're a man, cheer up, wipe your face, get up, and men are allowed to have emotions. Men are allowed to be vulnerable. We shouldn't put them in a tight corner where you just push them away and don't validate their feelings. Mental health is important as our physical health. And what prompted me to go forth and talk about this mental health awareness, to create an awareness about it, because I go through it as well. I suffer from depression and anxiety.
Wow.
And I had my ways of coping. So for me, when I was contesting for the pageant, I needed something that was true to home. I didn't want to just do something that, every other queen, don't get me wrong, every other queen was like, oh, we're going to go to school, give back to the poor and all of that. I wanted to speak my truth. And that's a lot of things that, in life, a lot of people are scared to speak their truth because a lot of people will laugh at them. For me, I don't care. I've been on this journey. I've laughed at myself. I've thought about it. I've looked in the mirror. I've said, why are you doing this? But what any other person is going to do is going to laugh at me or something, does not matter. I just want to tell my truth. I want to reach out. I want to be relatable.
Amazing.
With other people,
Yes. Yes.
So that's why I am doing this. I'm creating this awareness. Not only
I love
just
it.
For women, for young boys as well.
I could agree with you more. You're quite right. It's not just women. Men do suffer a bit of mental health as well. But the thing is, as you mentioned, they're told that you're a man, you have to bottle it in. You can't. You have to be a man. You have to. Do you know what I mean? And that can be very, very detrimental to anyone. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't have anyone to talk to because the society tells you certain ways, and you bottle it in and it becomes worse and worse and worse. And I love the fact, you're so proud to talk about, the challenges you faced. But how have you found ways to cope with and manage, some of your mental health struggles? You talk about anxiety a couple of minutes ago. I mean, how did that impact you, and how did you manage it?
I have several ways of managing it, and I'm so grateful that God even brought someone my way that helped me through it, because he's someone that understands, which is my husband I'm talking about. But before I met my husband, I had ways I had to meditate, I had to read, I had to say words of affirmations to myself. A lot of people would say, "Oh, pray." I did prayers as well, but you still need that physical thing to push you through. So there were words of affirmation. There were days I would write, especially journaling. Journaling helped me a lot. Writing down my feelings, even though my book would get soaked, I would cry, and afterwards I'll feel better. I'll feel better. So I think journaling, meditating, and a bit of prayer too.
Amazing.
A bit of prayer too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But I love that. I think that's a very great way to cope with things around anxiety, and also having a supportive system around you as well. But there's always a big misconception about mental health, especially within the African culture. Every time you talk about mental health, oh my God, he's gone mad. Oh my God, stay away from him. So I think that's one of the biggest problems, where people find it hard to come out and explain and talk about how they are feeling, or what they're going through, because someone is going to say some other things about maybe something, you're being possessed, or something is happening to you. You know what I mean? And it sometimes gets to a critical point. Then it's almost too late, because that's when the person is fully depressed or something, or they do something ridiculous to themselves. How would you, as a mental health advocate, dispel some of these misconceptions?
That is one of the things, because before I put myself out there, I had to cry. I was like, oh my God, because the realization hit me, and I'm like, wow, Wendy, wait a minute. A lot of people are going through this. How are you going to face people? How are you going to talk about this in front of people? But I then realized that a whole lot of people are going through this, and they so relate with me, and they're so just happy that there is somebody bold enough to talk about it. And coming from Africa, there's so much discrimination, and people say, "Oh, don't say that kind of thing in public." You know how our African parents are. Don't say that. You will not be mad in Jesus' name, All of these kind of things. Sometimes our parents, our families do not understand us. We just need, a way for us to find a way. It's either through therapy. Therapy is very important. Could be expensive, but it's really important. We can't tell our feelings all to the people that do not understand us. We need to find our group of people. We need to find people that will understand us. Mental health is not just about walking on the street and people, this person is mad. Mental health is someone laughing at a party or in a gathering, and the following day you hear the person is dead. That is mental health.
Yes.
So I'm not saying prayer isn't powerful. Prayer is amazing. Prayer is wonderful. It works when it needs to work, but there are life issues that need to be tackled. Mental health is a sickness in the brain when there is a chemical reaction in your brain that is not regular in your brain, and if you need to take medicine for that, you go ahead to do that. If you need to talk to someone to put you on the right path, you do that. Not everything has to be told to people that do not understand you. You need to find people that understand you so they can direct you on the path. For example, you need a mentor. If it's that hard, you need someone to mentor you on the right path, or you need a therapist where you can lay everything out and they can give you solution, or they can put you on medication. So I wouldn't say that you shouldn't tell your parents. If you see that they don't understand you, you need to find someone to talk to.
Amazing.
That is it.
I mean, I'm so proud of you, Wendy. You know what I mean? Because we have individuals who are beautiful queens, and they shy away from having this type of conversation, or even associating themselves with this type of conversation, because they think, oh my God, it's going to spoil my image. No, you're giving back to society. You're a beauty queen for someone to look up to. You inspire people. Do you know what I mean? You're going to inspire the younger generation. Do you know what I mean? And you two talking about this, which is quite real in our society. and other societies as
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? It's quite remarkable you
Mhm.
coming up, and saying this and talking about it passionately as well. I really, really want to say thank you to you for doing that. It's quite amazing.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Now,
Thank
I want to talk.
you.
I want to talk about your brand. You have your brand. Your brand is your name, which is amazing. Wendy Abdul. I think
Yes.
that's great. I mean,
Yes.
what is inspiration behind that? Why did you decide to create a fashion brand?
I've always been a lover of fashion, right from when I was like little. I would take my mom's wrapper and I would cut it out, and I would get flogged for doing that. So my mom got tired, and she was like, this child. Because one thing I love about my parents is that they never chose careers for us. They told us that, you know what, whatever you want to do, we will support you. We're not super rich or anything, middle class family, but they're very understanding. And that's for me. It was something that was discovered at an early age. My mom did discover it, and she was like, "If that's what you want to do, fine, no problem." She supported me all the way. In fact, my first sewing machine was bought for me at the age of, I think, at the age of 17 or something. It's my first sewing machine. My mom bought for me as a birthday gift. So she has always been my support. Button. And for me, fashion is something that I really love and I take to heart. And I was like, you know what? To maintain that originality, to maintain what it is that when people see on me, they love it. Why don't I just maintain my name? So many brands maintain their name. So many huge fashion brands maintain their name. So why not? I'm
Amazing.
not trying to be someone else. I just want to be myself, to
Amazing.
be original.
Amazing. And who's your target market? I mean, I love that name, Wendy Abdul. I'm Wendy Abdul. I'm Wendy Abdul. Are you Wendy Abdul? Yes, I am. I mean, who are your target market?
What? What do you say?
Who's your target market? The Wendy Abdul brand. Who's the target market?
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody is my target market. I do not discriminate. In fact, recently, I just not recently, but over the years, I've been trying to, be positive, body inclusive. So I just included people with, I'm not going to say that word, but people on the extra size. I just included
Plus size, the plus
them
size,
to my brand.
the plus size,
Yeah,
the
plus
curvy,
size, I include them to
the
my
full,
brand.
the full
Yes.
body, lovely, beautiful women. Yes.
Mhm. I just included it into my size, and I made sure that my size chart for my brand is not something we just picked up from the internet or from another brand. This is something I curated myself.
Amazing.
I sat down and I watched the African body, because that is what we are trying to attract. The African body, that's what we are trying to include. Not that we're not including the other kind of race or body. We're including the African body because we are much fuller. You know what I mean? We're much fuller. So I want the African woman to feel beautiful, to feel like a doll,
Amazing.
To feel graceful in my design.
Amazing. And anyone listening now and says, you know what, I want to try on a Wendy Abdul. I mean, can it go online anywhere, or how can they get their hands on this amazing
on
design?
Instagram.
Okay.
For now, it's just on Instagram, and by the end of the year, we're working on our website. Right now, by the end of the year, it should be ready.
Okay.
My Instagram is Wendy Abdul Official. Just together, Wendy Abdul Official.
Amazing. Make a note of that,
And we
ladies and
have
gentlemen.
a sale right now. We have a sale, 40% off on everything.
Look
So
at that.
you're
Look at
most
that.
welcome.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't say I don't do nothing for you. Already, she's got a sale on at the moment. That's Wendy Abdul Official
Yes, sure.
on Instagram. Make sure you do check it out as well. I mean,
Yes.
Wendy, I love it that you're very innovative as well. From being a model, from being a beauty queen, a mental health advocate. Now you're into fashion as well. And now, the most important job in the world, you're a mother. I mean, how's that going?
Yes. Oh my God. It's something else. I don't know what word to describe it. I tell you, some days I wake up like, wow, yes, I got this. I can conquer the world. Obviously, we all feel like that. And other days, and I'm like, oh, this day is not for me. Oh my God, what's happening?
I know.
Some days you get you get what you're doing. And other days you're like, oh, I'm a bad mom. I don't know what I'm doing. But above all, I love it. I love it because when I look at my sweet precious baby, she just makes me feel, yes, okay, I've achieved something greater in life.
Amazing, amazing.
Every other achievement does not count.
I know, I know.
Achievement for me.
I know the most important job in the entire world as well.
Yes.
Amazing. I know, Wendy. You're, as I mentioned earlier as well, you're very innovative. You're coming up with great things, great innovations, and doing amazing things within the society as well. I mean, what's coming? What's coming? What's new from Wendy's wonderful closet? Oh, you want to keep it on the hush for now? What is it that should be anyone be anticipating?
No. I've got a few things going on for me, and I've got some collections coming up before the end of the year. And
amazing.
Right now, I've got we did our second edition of Miss Ideal Teen. It's a pageant for teenage girls. That's part of the things I said I was giving back.
Amazing.
Because I know how it feels for young girls to have this dream of becoming models and beauty queen, and they don't have the avenue to go about it, you know. And I decided that let me come up with something to give back to them. So this is my way. We did a second edition, I think, in April. Yeah. We did the second edition in April, and we had our winners. We had 3 winners, and I'm super proud of the girls. And the first edition was last year, obviously. And and plus my brand, amazing things coming. And also we're coming up with this Miss Nigeria UAE in partnership with Ladies in Business in Dubai. So I'm going to be adding that as well. Yes.
Amazing. Big shout out to Ambassador Helen there as well. Always doing great things, always innovating.
Always doing great things.
I know, that's quite remarkable. I mean, I would say, while you're talking there about, the Miss Ideal, as well the UAE, I'm thinking, you know what? You're such an amazing inspiration. I think you should take this to all African countries and maybe have a finale in the UAE. I think that'd be amazing. Like, Miss Ideal Kenya, Miss Ideal South Africa. Okay, I'll send my invoice. We'll give you the idea. I'll send my invoice or sign a contract as well. You can't take it that away. Let's make a deal. Live on here air now. I'll be your host. We'll talk about the modalities as well.
Oh my God. Wow, thank you.
Yes, we'll talk about the modalities as well. But I think that's a great idea because Miss Ideal, your story can be quite inspiring, around that. Do you know what I mean? Inspiring and going to this amazing African countries, with Wendy, with Wendy Abdul's label as a major partner in, dressing up this amazing individuals and showcasing the beauty of this African women and having a finale in the UAE. I think it's going to be mind-blowing because you are that. You are the inspiration. You are the light. And you are the vision that people should get inspired with. I think that'd be a remarkable thing.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. I mean, we've been talking for quite a number of minutes now. But I mean, if you had any advice to give any aspiring female model or aspiring beauty queen out there, what would you say to them?
I have a lot of advice, but one thing I'm just gonna say is be true to yourself.
Wow.
Be confident. When they say you cannot do it, the greatest power you own is believe. Believe in yourself. That is an amazing power. Believe in yourself. Wear your confidence on your sleeve. When they tell you no, turn that no into something. Wear it on your neck and say, they told me no, but I'm going to be back and I'm going to buy the whole building.
Amazing. I love that. That. I'm coming through. It's like, they don't want to bring a table, put you on the table, bring your own table, create your own table.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's that's amazing. That's amazing. As I said, you know what? You're so inspiring as well. And I'm looking forward to greater things coming out of your amazing workshop. But before you go this evening, we always ask this question from our amazing guests on the show. Can you tell us a fun fact about yourself that no one knows? We will be checking this if you do make it up or is something that we already know. Tell us a fun fact that no one knows, Wendy. It's live. Ladies and gentlemen, she's about to tell us something fun fact that she's never told anyone before, live on Double9's Radio.
Something? I really don't know, But I do a lot of things. I'm quite multi-talented, and maybe other people don't know. I do paint.
Oh
I do
wow.
paint. I just started. Yes, and I quite dance good.
Oh
I
wow.
used to be a dancer back then in school.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, you found out here, only here, exclusively live here on Double9 Radio, the fun fact about amazing Wendy Abdul. Wendy, it's been amazing having you on the show this evening. I've had such an amazing
Thank
time.
you.
And I look forward to greater things coming out of your workshop. And as I mentioned as well, yes, let's get that rolling. The Miss Ideal all the way, all through Africa, and the finale in the UAE. I think it'll be remarkable
Yes.
as well. It's been amazing.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. It's been amazing having you on the show. Any final things you want to say to our listeners here in the UK, in the UAE, in Africa, everywhere they're listening right now? What would you like to say to them?
I just want to say, do not give up. Believe in yourself, and everything will fall in place.
Amazing. That's wonderful advice there. Never give up, because you know what?
Yeah.
Wendy's done it. She never gave up, and she's moving up onto the top of the world as well. So she's inspiring. She's the one. Wendy, it's been amazing. It's been wonderful. I've had such an amazing time here with you on Double9 Radio.
Too.
I want to say a big thank you as well. And again, double congratulations again on the amazing gift that you have. The most important job in the world. I'm sure she's probably listening as well and saying, "Mommy, can I talk? Mommy, can I say something?" You know what I mean? But again, how to say a big thank you again, and have a wonderful time. And I'm sure we'll be speaking to you quite soon as well. Thank you again.
Yeah.